Hello everyone, welcome back to more Slay the Spire 2. Have I forgotten to say 2 on some of these videos? I bet I have. I've probably just said Slay the Spire. Oh well. It's the sequel. We're playing another game today. And I'm just going to random it, I think. I played some games off camera. I don't remember exactly where I am. Or where what was... I think I played a defect run recently, right? That was off camera. That was just very strong. It was just a bunch of... classic, get a couple of orb powers and then take all the orb cards and win the game with no trouble. Kind of funny, I'm on Ascension 2 with everybody, and except for 3 with the 2 new guys. I don't think this means I'm better with the new guys. I think I've just tried them more than the old guys because they're new. So let's see who we got. Oh, the Silent, great. Another 2.5 hour run to die on the final boss. Any bets? Both know agony of family. Oh, you and me. Your family. Okay. Yeah, I've responded with nothing, of course. Okay, great. Wow. I mean, raising your max HP is not the greatest starting relic, but 11 is kind of a lot. Huh. I mean, I think generally I'm a fan of Niao's Fury. You can arrange for it to give you back neutralize some portion of the time, so it gets you a 0-cost card. I think that's worth. Let's just see if the map for some reason makes me change my mind. No, not really. This is kind of a nice section here. And then you have the option to get an elite or a fire. The problem is to get here... I mean, first of all, there's 2 elites in a row, but with a fire, that's probably fine. But it's a relatively early elite, and nothing but fights on the way, so you will be kind of worn down. You can detour to a shop to pick up a potion, so that's, like, maybe okay. Can I do better somewhere else? The far right path actually doesn't look so bad. There's no choices at all. But there's 3 fires and 2 elites. Not bad. Over here, I don't think is all that good. You could get 3 elites, 1 fire, and a ton of hallway fights if you wanted. I don't think that's very good. Yeah, I mean, I guess you shouldn't really go into dead ends like this, but... Well, no, I think this is the way to go. This is a nice section, and you can, like, if you're in really bad shape, you can dodge the second elite. I think you do hit this shop for a potion. And then you probably go this way, right? This idea is crazy because... Hello? Yeah, you get an elite, but over this way you get a fire and optionally an elite. So that's obviously the way to go, right? Is like this. I don't know about the shop. We'll see. I'm having trouble pushing the middle mouse button today. Okay. So, given that that's the plan, I think I still want Niao's Fury. I could imagine taking Oyster. I can't imagine taking Leafy Poultice. Well, I could, but I won't. So here I can't arrange to be given neutralize, but I can at least play it as early as possible to increase the chances of it. No dice. Okay, 11 damage. I'm not weak, so 2 strikes does it. Easy fight. I'm looking for damage. I'm not looking for these cards. Well-laid plans is so bad early. I guess I'll take this Sly card. This is really good late. But I just need bigger numbers on my attack and block meters, you know? Nice hand. Perfect hand, arguably. Three strikes doesn't kill either of these guys, and neither does three strikes plus a neutralize. So we're playing two strikes. And so these guys give themselves thorns. So I could aim at this guy to make sure I can kill him quickly, but I don't want to finish him off. He'll have thorns? I mean, I guess, I don't know. I could block and then... Let's see, if I did 15 to him, he'd be at 7. So I'd still need 2 attacks. Well, if I hit this, I'd only need 1 attack to finish him. But I think that's true whether or not I hit him with the neutralize. So the neutralize goes here. Okay, well, 9 block is perfect, assuming I don't attack him, which seems it will be the case. Now Niao's Lament finishes him. I want my defend back, please. And, I mean... kind of doesn't matter what else I take back because I won't be playing it. I guess I'll neutralize. Oh, actually, I can neutralize here, can't I? Because I'll take 2 damage, but then I'll be taking 3 less. So yeah, neutralize was the right choice. Cool. Happy to see a potion. Deadly poison is damage-ish. Slice would be playable. Good with Niao's Lament, I guess. You probably wouldn't be totally crazy to take Anticipate either, but I'm gonna grab Deadly Poison. It's a lot of damage for long fights. Root, could you not hit me, please? So we want... It doesn't matter what I take back. This is my block, this is an attack, and this is another attack, and I don't have anything else to play. Okay. Well, in that case, let's optimize for fewer clicks. Look at that, I didn't have to pick what I want back. Oh, do you know what? I could have killed him this turn and not had to play. It doesn't matter because he's dead to poison, but if I hadn't played the Survivor, I could have played Strike, Lament, and then the Strike again, and he'd be dead. I should have kept my eye on lethal there. But I had a winning plan, so like it doesn't really matter. I didn't have to look for another one. If the enemy has poison, apply 9 poison. That's a very dangerous card. If you draw it before Deadly Poison, it's a brick. If you draw it after Deadly Poison, it's great. Whereas like this, I mean, who are the elites in this version of Act 1. There's the big fish you have to get to 70 health. There's the 4, like, plants or whatever that block when you hit them. And there's the guy who can only take 20 damage per turn. I don't know what any of them are called. Oh, the fish guy is a terror something. Isn't he? I think. It's got the word terror in him, I think. I mean, Piercing Whale is really good. All of these, I think, are viable options. You could take any of these, probably, and not be a complete idiot. Because this works well with our Sly card, and it's just actual damage. This has the highest upside, but could be quite bad. And, you know, is good. It's great going into the boss, because you'll eventually draw it multiple times. The enemy will surely be poisoned by the second time. But also, this is pretty bad against the boss. I think you just have to take Piercing Whale. And I still do want to go buy a potion. Oh, and Well-Laid Plan. Okay, maybe I'm just buying cards. Like, I have 2 potions already. I could be fine. But like Poison Stab, Well-Laid Plans would be a great addition. Oh, okay, I can afford a potion as well. Let's take a speed potion. You know, and if this fight gives me a potion, well, you know, too bad I wasted a little bit of value. 41 and 53. Oh, they are different guys. You're calcified and you're damp. This isn't just like a random HP variation. They're different characters. Well, I assume we're supposed to kill the small one first. That's usually how things work. So let's go for that. The line to do so is very straightforward, at least. Just play all the strikes. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Yeah, so this guy right, I remember, yes. You have much higher starting damage and grow more slowly. You have low starting damage but grow quickly. So once you kill this guy, you'll have a decent match for the other guy, as long as you can kill him in a reasonable amount of time. Let's see what we get. Okay, so now this strike and a neutralize finishes you off. And if I want, I can take 1 damage to get Well-Laid Plans into play. That seems very worthwhile. Missed. Yikes. I can't kill him, right? He's at 38. Even with the Blessing of the Forge, surely that's not enough. 9. Well, I mean, okay. Say this was upgraded. It's like 3 more. Without upgrades, it's 15, 21. I don't think the upgrades are going to double the damage dealt, so... So this does 9 right away. I think it's right to play Stab over Deadly Poison. I could imagine also that it was right to Blessing of the Forge here. That would give you a full block, plus you'd do a bit more damage, but I think this fight ought to be okay. I am drawing, wow, my starting deck, basically. So I get to keep 1 good card. Alright. Probably, maybe it should have been Strike, because I want to kill him like, right away. Turns out it doesn't matter. He's at 20. But then he's actually losing 5 again next turn, so he's really at 15. So either of these cards is lethal. Got it. Alright, so I took 3 damage this fight, I think. Assassinate's very good. Not so much for elite fights, although probably still fine. But especially for hallway fights, I think it should help a lot. Terror. This is the guy with terror in his name, right? Yeah, Terror Eel. Okay. Okay, I think I'm cracking like 2 potions here. I mean, the strike plus is getting a bit worse. As he won't be vulnerable anymore. It's hard to say. I mean, obviously you keep 1 defend. I guess I'll keep the strike plus. Not great. Unlikely to get anything very helpful out of Meow's Fury. Could take another potion. Can we do 26? You want ideally to pop this guy like at the start of a turn, not the end. Because once he goes under 70, he like takes a break turn where he does no damage to vulnerable you. And then he like starts just hitting really hard because you're vulnerable forever. So you want to like get him down to 70 and then finish him off before he can attack you again. So even if I could get him down to 70 right now, I think it would probably be a bad play. I could do, what, 22? Maybe more if I happen to... Oh, well, actually, hang on. 15, 25. So if I happen to hit a strike plus from the discard pile, I could get him down to 70. Oh, although... Here's something that never occurred to me. If you don't let him use up his vigor... So normally in his first stage, he alternates between, like, a multi-attack and then give himself vigor, or a normal attack. So, like, his normal attack doesn't use the vigor very well. But if you stun him, he'll still have the vigor. And maybe he does a multi-attack after that that really ruins your life? If you let him live long enough? I don't know. Huh. Okay. That's actually insane. Because now I can just do this. I don't need a potion or nothing. I'm happy enough to take 1. Piercing Wail will be excellent if he ever does a multi-attack, and better than defend anyway, even if he doesn't. But we're keeping a strike because we want to pop him here. Okay, sure. Actually, you should probably sit on the neutralize, right? Yeah. Although, if you don't, you can hold more strikes. And he won't be attacking next turn anyway, so I'd have to hold on to this for 2 turns. Yeah, I just want to keep all my strikes. So I haven't confirmed or denied the theory that he would have kept his vigor if I had stunned him, but I'm pretty sure he would have, right? Absolutely amazing Bellows potion, or whatever, it's Forge potion. So he is dead now. Just for fun, though, we'll block. In case I've miscounted and 2 is actually bigger than 9. Okay, good fight. I took like 3 damage that fight, I think, or something. I spent 2 potions, but that's what they're for. Dash is quite good early. Well, we're hitting fire. The question is, am I smithing? I should certainly be able to survive. Well, I should have a good chance of surviving the elite fight anyway. You could argue for a rest, and then if it goes badly, I could still rest here and be ready to fight another elite. But I think we're doing well enough to smith. Not who I was hoping to see. God, they have so much HP and they hit so hard. This isn't fair. Let's see. They don't hit that hard, I guess, right? It's 15 right now. And I can shave off 2 with a neutralize, so it's only 13. So the speed potion I can probably do better than this. So let's work on the guy who's going to have more strength. And then weaken you. Oh, I can actually take away 3 by weakening you. These guys I can only take away 2. So this is the right play. Take 2. So this guy's taking 4. He's at 10 and he's vulnerable. I guess it still takes a dash to kill him, sadly. Why do I have all this energy? Candelabra. Well, I don't need any of it. This has 3 candles. Shouldn't it just have 2? I know then it wouldn't be a candelabra, but like, the lantern has 1 light, it works on turn 1. Candelabra gives you 2 energy on turn 2. I feel like there should be 2 candles. Chandelier. Can I look in the compendium? What does chandelier look like? It has 5 candles. I feel like they could have used candelabra as the 3 relic and found some different light source that has 2 lights, maybe? for part 2 or something? I don't know. Also, I had no idea that the cycle of Anchor, Horn Cleat, and Captain's Wheel were common, uncommon, and rare. I figured they were the same rarity. Like, this has a bigger effect, but it's on turn 3, which is about as strong, I think, as 10 on turn 1. So, like, they belong in the same category strength-wise, I feel like. So why would they be different rarities? I don't know. Huh. Maybe I'm just overestimating the difference between turn 1 and turn 3? Anyway, and they've done the same thing with Candelabra, Chandelier, and Lantern. Okay. Back to your regular schedule programming. Let's see what Lament gets us, first of all. Dash is like the perfecto here. Let's hit you with it. I could hit you and do 4 damage. And then neutralize you. I think I just want to make sure all this damage does something. Specifically working this guy down doesn't seem as important as just getting maximum actual damage out there. Pretty good. And now we're set to finish you off comfortably next turn. One energy block 17 is a crazy card. And that's kind of what Survivor acts like when you have Untouchable in hand. Except, of course, it costs you 2 cards, right? So it's like, you know, 1 energy block 8, 0 energy block 9 is a lot closer, and that's still decent. But okay, where were we here? We were playing cards and taking damage at last. Our first damage of the fight, I think, or maybe I took 1 earlier. I don't remember. This does 9 and then 2, 11. Yeah. Pretty sure we can kill this guy before Deadly Poison would have been better. But this is a ton of damage, right? 11? I'm not killing these guys fast enough. Oh, perfect dash. Okay. If I can get out of here with only 11 damage taken, I'm fairly happy. Not sure yet that I can, but if I could, I would be reasonably happy. Now I'm reasonably certain. Oh, pillow. How nice. After image. Yeah, I mean, sure. Smooth stone, pretty nice couple of, I should have checked whether I want to go the other way or something, but no, I don't. And yeah, give me a rest. I'll want one at some point this act, and it would be a little bit better to like smith here and rest here, but what if I died on the way, you know? This way I feel pretty comfortable about heading to an elite. I could go to the shop, but 167 isn't even enough for a relic, and I don't really want to buy a potion. This guy has Artifact. I can get either the Poison or the Vulnerable to actually apply. Which one would I like? mean, vulnerable would apply this turn to the 2 strikes I'm playing. So that would be 6 damage. And then next turn I get to play 1 or 2 attacks, maybe. Probably just 1, because I think he attacks. No, it's gotta be the deadly poison. Because I don't think you get to attack very much on this turn. Ah! Because of Smooth Stone, I have just enough that After Image Defend works. Full blocks, so I can afford to squeeze that in without having to take any damage. That's a big help. Okay, we got him. Remove all artifact and block. Apply 2 vulnerable. I think that's pretty good. I'm a sucker for Sucker Punch, but this looks... I mean, I don't know. We're not really running into enemies who have a lot of artifact or block, right? But 2 vulnerable for 0 is still just playable. Okay, we should be able to stun these guys turn 1, right? Yeah. 13 and 15 is 28, so that already is enough to just kill you. And then I can vulnerable one of the others. And I can still get After Image online. Or play a strike. I'm pretty sure I'd rather have the After Image. Well, am I? Because a strike against a vulnerable enemy with a relatively low health, who it's important to kill next turn, that actually seems pretty good. So let's do this. Or is there some way it would be more efficient to use Expose on the enemy I kill, and could I actually assassinate the enemy I don't kill? That would be really nice. Right, I could expose you. Well, if I expose, strike, dash, that's 9, 24. So I can neutralize as well. But then I'm just assassinating one enemy, 13 with 2 vol. If I instead used these 2 cards on the enemy I'm killing, I could do 9, 13, 2 vol in a week. I guess it works out the same. Okay. I guess I should kill you. You have 25. 27, excuse me. So I'm doing 13 and 15 is 28. I suppose I could have... I didn't even look at the line. Maybe there was a good line where I don't kill anyone and I use the dash block to weaken several of them so I have a safer, more certain kill later. He's not even attacking. What a dummy. None of this is that great. You could take a dodge and roll, I think. I'm doing okay for damage. I don't have to add these, like, okay Shiv cards that aren't especially good. My block, I mean, I have Dash and After Image and Piercing Wail and Untouchable. This is a little bit better than usual with Oddly Smooth Stone, of course. I guess it's a decent card. Who are you? Gremlin Merc? Your hat is too heavy? Is that what's being depicted here? Wait a minute. This is two gremlins in a trench coat. He's got too many arms. Surprise! Something is off about this creature. Yeah, you got that right. So when you kill it, it splits into two or something? Maybe? Or at some point it does? Funny. I guess since I'm already blocked... I mean, this is 9 over 2 turns. This is 9 right now. The difference is, if I play this, I can, for whatever... And, like, let's say next reason, I can't afford to play a single attack. It's like, I just don't draw any. I draw 5 defense. At least that way, I know he'll still die the turn after. I mean, if I draw... I guess I'd have to draw 5 defense 2 turns in a row for that distinction to matter, but... This still, I think, is just better than a strike. Money, money! Actually, given that I expect it to split into 2 things when I kill it, I probably get some free shots at the things I kill if I kill it this turn. So maybe that's a reason that strike would have been better, is that it would be easier for me to finish it on my turn as opposed to later. Of course, like, even with a simple strike, like, I can just finish it. But okay, yeah, that's what happens. So... So it didn't end up mattering, because I needed to spend 1 attack to finish it this turn regardless. But it could have mattered somehow. If I, like, somehow drew my neutralize again. Which obviously is impossible. 6 plus 3 plus 2, I mean... I think we're supposed to make sure they don't make off with the gold. And then this guy won't do too much, so presumably I can just block him. Yeah, that's the idea. That's cute. I wouldn't say it was stolen back, it was retrieved in a murder sort of manner, but it's not theft. I just murdered them. Okay. I mean, this seems like a straightforward enough fight, does it not? I have to play a defend to avoid taking damage, or a block at any rate. So I can't play like Strike Lament and then or Strike Fury and then Strike again. Also, it doesn't matter because he's... Oh, I should have kept the Fury, actually, because he had already taken max damage. I mean, I think the Fury is a decent card in this deck, so it would be reasonable to keep. Not sure. Candelabra, I have tons of energy. Don't really need any of it. Well, I do. I want one of it. I'll play this just for fun. I couldn't manage to do 20 per turn. That's the dream, is to actually get this guy down in 4 turns. I don't think vulnerable is going to matter. But I guess I don't want to draw this card. Oh, this removes all of his block? I guess that doesn't matter because I don't have any attacks. Okay. I don't want to draw this again, though. Oh, I did 6 to him from poison. Right, so he actually is down to 20, and I could finish him off if I have enough damage. Do I? I think so. This is 9. And then 5 and 9 more? Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, in between that previous rest and this one, where I said I was resting early just in case things went badly, but smithing early would have been safer, I didn't actually take any damage, so the early smith wouldn't have even helped. I guess, you know, maybe I, at this point, could then say, well, geez, I'm not going to rest at all. I think I would be just fine at 30-something, or whatever, low 40s. See, I healed for 21 plus 15. I healed for 36. So I must have been at 32. Maybe you could at that point say, oh, 32 ought to be fine going into this boss, but it's a little bit scary, and I probably would have just rested, just in case. More poison, I guess. It feels a little bit like overdoing it, but that's what I'm doing, I guess. I could make this innate. I don't think that's very good for this fight. Smith up the neutralize. I do love neutralize. Bouncing flask, maybe. Actually, it's probably supposed to be well-laid plans. It's so much better to keep 2 cards than 1 card. See, good thing I didn't waste energy making this innate. We're blocked. We got 1,000,000 energy. We just get to do everything. But don't, just because you can play this doesn't mean you should. Let's hang on to it. This fight is so free. The way that I've drawn, I cannot be stopped. It's a bit bold to say I would take no damage. It's possible, but I don't think I could reasonably guarantee it. Bouncing flash? Thank you. Oh, Survivor would have been nice. Let's keep a diversified portfolio here, so I have attacks or blocks. If I knew his patterns better, I might know whether I need to keep all the blocks or something. Yeah. Like, defend, dodge, and roll would have been the best play here. I do have Weary Traveler. Okay. Well, let's just mostly block here. Probably should have kept the defend, but I had dodge and roll online, right? So. I think next turn he takes a turn off, right? So we don't need to keep any blocks. Nope. Well, I'm fine anyway, as you can see. Yeah, this guy is in a lot of trouble. It turns out I didn't need to rest at all in either of those fights. Or rest sites. I rested at one of them. I could have not. Certainly don't need these. So, defend is definitely better than dash, right? Yeah. I think that fight went way better than like it could have. It was probably always going to go well, but we got a very good turn 1 and 2, as I recall. Well, let's look at the card first. Yeah, nobody's ever not taken Adrenaline, I think. I know there are cases where you, like... So, Adrenaline is... Oops. Apparently E is also Advance. I accidentally hit that trying to hit D. Like, okay, so Adrenaline, right? It's a card that replaces itself plus an extra draw, plus it gives you an extra energy. So it's like you would put as many of these into any deck as you could. Now, that's not 100% true because there are some, like, you know, think back to, like, Slay the Spire 1, the Time Eater, right? You can only play up to 12 cards. Every time you play 12 cards total across any number of turns, it, like, interrupts you. Your turn ends, the enemy gets stronger. And so, like, if you could have a deck with 1,000 Adrenalines in it, would you? No. You would never draw the cards you need. You would just be cycling Adrenalines forever. So there is some limit in some fights. But in most fights, you're always happy to draw Adrenaline. And so you would say, I would just add as many of this card to my deck as possible. But that's not the same as saying you should always take it, because the other card might be even better for your deck. It's unusual because Adrenaline is so generically good for another card to be better, but it's possible. So you should at least look at the other rewards. But here, they both sucked, and Adrenaline is great, so it was an easy pick. Oh, right. Oh, I wanted to see what the advanced starting relic is. I think it's, I mean, if it's like the old game, my recollection is that it's draw an extra card each turn instead of 2 on your first turn. So on turn 1, it's actually weaker, but then on every other turn, it's better. Imbued is played for free at the start of combat? Yes. Reroll card rewards? Kind of exciting. Suppress we took before. I think that was on camera. And it was very good. It just is obviously good. I mean, I think these are all sort of playable. Like, you could imbue a bouncing flask or an adrenaline. But I think adrenaline will be good whatever turn you play it on. And we already have 9 cards on turn 1, so getting up to 10 is like, yeah, I'm sure that's nice, but I should have a pretty good turn 1 no matter what. Imbuing Bouncing Flask gives you a good head start on any combat. So I think that would probably be my imbue choice. But all of the choices seem reasonable. I'd love to try Driftwood. Like, so what kinds of decks want Driftwood? I think it's decks where you're like... I want to say like combo decks would especially like it, but I don't really know, A, if that is even a thing, and B, if it's true. Like, you want it if there's certain synergies you're really trying to get a lot of, maybe. Like, you want a lot of Sly cards and a lot of discard cards. But that's every deck. I don't have any Sly or discard now, but I wish I did. Like, I've got enough poison. I don't need more. That's not what I'm going to be using my rerolls on. Powers, blocks, I don't know. I'll try Driftwood. Why not? I've never taken it before. I don't remember if I've been offered it. Let's see how good it is. Okay, we do want to visit a shop at some point. This one seems well situated. You can get there this way pretty happily. And then you have a choice of how aggressive to be in here. Sure. God, so many cards. $13 weakens to 9? Yeah. So I could Meow's Fury back the neutralize, but then my other 2 cards are defend, and not really doing anything. I think what I want to do is get the well-laid plans into play. Keep the Meow's Fury because it comes with a neutralize, and also Bouncing Flask for whenever he decides to stop attacking. It's now. Great. Don't be greedy. Oh yeah, he burrows. Yeah, against this guy, maybe I should have kept the dash, huh? Oh, I can't guarantee getting the neutralize back anymore. I'm so stupid. Okay, whoops. Well, okay, let's just say I wanted to do the 10 damage. I was thinking, you know, there was a turn... In the middle of turn 1, I could have guaranteed neutralize. But as soon as you pass a turn, you're just getting back whatever random garbage, right? Yeah. Okay, that was a bit messy. remove all block? Oh, don't you feel stupid? What a card. Oh, I could reroll. I mean, I think generally I like Escape Plan Plus. Especially with After Image. And Smooth Stone. Yeah, okay. I'm not very good at AoE fights right now. It would be nice to pick up an Ampule. What am I getting rid of if I do that? Swift, maybe? Sure. $22. That's tough to get to with just 2 cards. I think I'm okay taking like a Dex potion or something here. Would that be enough? These are both blocking 7, so that's 14. 15. If I add 4 to that, it's 19. I take 3. Whereas a speed potion, I definitely do take 0. I don't really know which of these is easier to use in general, and right now I feel like speed potions are a little bit less generally applicable, so let's use one here where it's better. Could I kill you? Surely not, right? 15 and 9 is 24. Yeah. And this basically kills you anyway. I could remove all your block and vulnerable you. I don't know if I really care to do that. This could be a decent draw later. I mean, no, I think it's just silly. Let's just keep you vulnerable longer to make sure I finish you next turn. Sure. And that extra vulnerable was important to killing him, so I could have made a mistake by not... Or I guess I had dodge and roll up, so maybe I didn't need to dash. I could have triple striked, and I think that might have done it. Take the slow approach finishing this guy off. Make sure we get to play both of these cards, and he really just can't. And I get a potion back, evidence that I was right to use one. I don't want any of this garbage. Pinpoint any good? I don't think so. So the like trick with this card is if you start with 3 energy, then you can play this. You can basically play this card only if everything else you play in the turn is a skill that costs 1, right? Like that's if you put this into a starting deck, you can only play defense on the turn you play this. And you can play as many defense as you want. Like if you play 3, this is free. But if you play any strikes, you can't discount this enough to play it. Now, this isn't true in general because you get like, 0 cost skills that discount it, which I have a few of. And this one sometimes is like 1 energy for 2 skills, which is similar to a 0. So I think if I want a little bit more front-loaded damage, this is a reasonable approach. I could take this card. I have a number of sources of vulnerable, which make this stronger still. Am I currently good enough at fights that demand damage up front? Or do I need help there? I kind of think I'm doing fine. But, I mean, this is also just fine in a later, I don't know. You play a couple skills and then this is 1 energy, deal 17, right? I guess I'll just take it. I could imagine that that's wrong. It's very good on turn 1, though, probably, because you can probably just play enough skills. This is not that great a hand. I guess I want to make sure I get back the deadly poison, because it does more damage than a strike. The vulnerable's kind of wasted there, but it's still... A, carries over this turn, and B, it did add 5 extra from... from Niao's Lament. Why do I keep saying Lament? It's Niao's Fury. Where is Niao's Lament a real thing? Can I look at... Why does that word keep entering my head? Yeah, Niao's Lament is the relic you can take in the original Slay the Spire that makes the first 3 combats have enemies with 1 HP. That's why I keep thinking the word Niao's Lament, even though it doesn't exist in this game. There's a different, there's a sort of callback to it. One of the ancients has a thing that marks like 7 random combats, which could include elites, and has 0 enemies have 1 health there. But I don't think you can get Niao's Lament anymore. Okay, anyway. So I have 5 energy. I'm thinking I should probably play all my cards. That seems like the line, right? I won't get to well-laid plans anything. Actually, maybe I shouldn't play all my cards. Because even if I defend, that's what, like 9 more block? I'll be at 10, I'll take 6. If I throw an Ampule here, I can actually kill this guy. And then I could save a defend. But I don't think it's great value to kill this guy right now. I think I'm okay taking 6. To get more damage in on you. So I can actually make progress towards the end of the fight. See, this is what makes Pinpoint good. Turns like this. I'm already blocked, so I can hang on to both defends if I want. It's kind of a weak neutralize. Maybe I should have hung on to a neutralize instead. So, the big question on everybody's minds is, can I kill this guy? He's at like 43 net health, minus 13, as I would have to do 30. Dash is 15. I could do 24, so no. But full blocking seems pretty easy if I want, right? Survivor Dash would do it and let me get some damage in here. But it would be, what, 9 damage? Yeah. Survivor Dodge and Roll. 10, 16. I could get a Deadly Poison in if I did that, but I would have to take some damage. Okay, so I guess it is Survivor Dash. Then you're going to take 13 and 12 is 25. You're at 3, so like a strike kills you. Be a real shame if I was wrong about how poison worked and I had just like a mental lapse there and they got to attack me before the guy died, but obviously that's not the case. Backflip Plus is a hell of a card. I think I just take it. Not so much for that ampule. So do I still want to go this way? Yes, the point was to get to a shop. Okay, got it. Like, but this looks so good. Go get this guy, right? No, no, no. Be patient. Okay, this guy I'm not a big fan of. I don't appreciate what he's going to do to me. Energy potion? Actually seems pretty good. I get to Deadly Poison and Pinpoint this turn? Yeah. Makes the fight a lot shorter. I don't... Okay. I don't have well-laid plans or anything, so I'm just going to play my hand. Ah, I should have attacked before Deadly Poison. I missed the damage. 17 and 16 is 33, so he's at 15 if I want to kill him next turn. So it doesn't really matter what I do here. Pretty much anything kills him. This is a reroll for sure. And I think a skip. Just nothing here. Yeah. I'm heading right into a shop, dude. No, I'm not. I'm heading into an elite. I think I want the big T, right? This is not testosterone. I'm talking about the Ember Tea. So the next 5 combats gain 2 strength. I mean, that seems great. Obviously, like, upgrading your starting hand going into an elite, that's pretty cool too. But I mean, the next 5 combats, that's like 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, it's 3 elite fights at least. And a boss fight as well if I don't get unlucky and have to do a fight here, which I shouldn't, because I just did one here, right? So this is like 3 elites and a boss, potentially, that I get 2 extra strength for. This seems very powerful. Okay, what's the recipe? The tea master acknowledges your request and begins. Also, this guy's sunglasses are so ridiculous. Is this Morpheus? Is that the joke? He's got the whole, like, you know, blue pill, red pill hand going. There's even red and blue teas, and I guess also the green one, which is a mystery. And he's got the like, opaque sunglasses. Yeah, this is Morpheus. I'm just now getting that. Okay. The tea master acknowledges your request and begins. 1. Water from a charcoal-filled carafe is ladled into a kettle. A charcoal-filled carafe? The water... The charcoal is in the water? Really? Is that healthy? The kettle is heated using a gentle violet flame. A scoop of tea goes into the kettle before it boils. Off the heat and a series of rhythmic claps track the time. The kettle is hoisted high and precisely poured into a tiny cup. Tea is served. Is this text green because I took the green tea? I don't know. I don't think I could have known what color was what. I guess you after image for adrenaline first in case you draw after image so you can play that before expose. I don't think I need a potion here. What are the other elites I'm gonna run into in this act potentially? Gosh, I have no idea. I remember some of the hallway fights. Does that count? Oh, there's the guy with all the bees. Okay, that's 1. I don't remember the other. Who's our boss? The crab. It's always the crab. I fought him like so many times in a row. Actually, that's not true. My last fight off camera was against the sandworm. Okay. Well, okay, I mean... I could take one of these before I draw, because the power potion might care about me playing adrenaline, right? I think I need these more for the boss, really. It's not after image. I have a little trouble coming up with enough block here. Maybe I want that dex potion after all. Okay. Sure. Strike for 12 is a good card, but blocking is more important at the moment. If I do this, I'm at 20. I think that's good enough. I would like to get a Bouncing Flask in. And I can't do better than 20 anyway, because I can't play this. Well, I could. I could play this and a Defend and a Deadly Poison. That seems unnecessarily conservative. I'll take 2 damage. I have a pillow. This turn hurts. I get to use my pillow right away if I want. Oh, it's only 8. Okay. Thought it was going to hurt more. It's important to play Dash and Fury first so that I can get through his block and actually get some energy back. You'd like to play After Image first, but if you do that, you can't actually get the energy to play the attacks. Oh, nice. Okay, I think it's actually better to backflip than it is to play After Image here. Yeah. Actually, I can get away with a dodge and roll. Nice. And we can always play the After Image next turn if it feels appropriate. Do I want to shuffle here? What do I want to put back in for my shuffle, I guess, is maybe the more appropriate question. I could just not shuffle. Just don't play the backflip and keep it for later. Yeah, that must be right. I can't really crack his block here, so we don't get any extra energy. Well, wait a minute. This does it. But I want to play my blocks first, because this will still be free. I think I should have actually just played both defends so I could hang on to the... It did not break his block. Okay, well, I'm glad I just thought he's not vulnerable. He's been vulnerable all combat. He's now not. I understand. Yeah, playing the prepared or the survivor was wrong. I should have played defend so I could hang on to survivor. Okay, I mean, the fight looks over, right? Okay, so, I mean, I think that potion was fine. It wasn't amazing or anything. Oh, meat on the bone. I don't think I want a bullet time. It's like decent on turn 1, not very good most other turns. I just don't have enough draw for it. Prepared, I have very little Sly synergy. No real reason to take that. Calculated gamble would be okay, but I think I'd rather look at 3 cards than take it. Ugh. You know what? Backstab plus when I have Assassinate and Bag of Prep, so I don't, like... I have trouble spending all my energy on turn 1. Sorry. Spending all my cards on turn 1 because I have so much energy. So drawing a Backstab when I guarantee an enemy will be vulnerable, right? This is like 22 damage for 0 energy. That seems pretty reasonable. It should. There's a number of fights it should help with. And since I want to face these 2 elites, I really should rest here. Right, I won't be hitting any more campfires after this. You think you could pick up the hat fast enough that it would give you more gold from the chest? Although it seemed to me last time I looked that the hat doesn't actually work on the chests. A bug to be fixed, hopefully. Start of each combat, get a potion that does 15. Okay. Horn Cleat to go with my Candelabra, a really banger turn 2? Could be. I think, like, Adrenaline is a great pickup here. But I can't afford Adrenaline and any Relic. Shuffle your draw pile. Oh. Huh. Interesting. I mean, removing a strike would be nice. And I could still afford either Adrenaline or any Relic, but not both. Actually, wait, could I afford any Relic? 352. No, I couldn't afford this one. Okay. Huh. Well, I don't have anything that cares about potions, right? Yeah. I think we get rid of a strike, just a terrible card. And we take the rock. Well, the toad. I think I mathed wrong. I thought I would be $5 short, not $7 short. No, I just don't remember what math I did exactly. Maybe I got it right. If I bought this, I could not afford any cards, even the on sale Noxious Fumes, which is fine because I don't want it. No combat, no combat, no combat. Okay. Remove 2 cards but add Normality. Dude, I just left a shop. I would have been happy to do that. But no. Oh, this is like a meme, right? This is like an anime meme. There's some story about a guy who finds, or a person, I don't know, even gender, who's like, oh, this wall has a weird shaped hole. It's exactly my size, and they like crawl in, and they just can't resist crawling in, and then it closes over them or something. Perfect fit. Whenever it would be shuffled into your draw pile, place it on top instead. So that doesn't apply on turn 1, I think. It applies to later shuffles, which this deck only shuffles when it gets to the bottom. It doesn't have any other way to shuffle. I mean, it doesn't seem that amazing. What would you even take? It's certainly better than nothing, because you could just put it on like a card that you don't care about seeing. Something like Adrenaline, something you'll always play the first time you see it, so it'll never be shuffled. Yeah, Normality is just way, way too bad. Okay, well, I mean, I could take Neutralize. I don't think it's that good. Backflip Plus? Wouldn't be a bad card to draw often, I suppose. Or Escape Plan Plus. Sure. Okay, definitely still feeling strong enough to handle 2 elites. It's the B guy. Oh, is the other elite fight the kind of Lagavulin thing? Or is that just a normal fight? I don't remember. Oh, I guess I could take a power potion, huh? I want to try to save potions for the boss. I don't think this guy's that big a problem. This one I'm happy to throw at him because I'm going to get a replacement anyway, of course. I probably shouldn't have even done that. Shuffling the days is worse than... Like, if it were Neutralized Plus and I could keep him weak for 2 turns, that would be one thing. But I think doing it this for just 1 turn when I'm not taking damage was silly. Interesting, you're not even allowed to retain those. They would disappear anyway, so they shouldn't offer you the choice, I guess, but I didn't know whether it would. How close to dead is he if I do this? Like, extremely close? Okay. Actually, he just is dead, right? Not this turn, but next. Oh, I didn't get a chance to use my potion, but that's okay, because I used the other one. So now I can have 2 rocks for the next fight. Maybe discard game 3 block. It is a good relic. Dodge and roll plus. It's a good card. Is it what I want, though? Like, I feel like I'm doing okay on attacks and blocks. I need scaling more, right? I need some way to actually win a long fight. Because right now, I'm kind of coasting on Assassinate Backstab, making every fight short. I don't think I want any of this. Strangle? Actually? Didn't this used to be called Choke? I think it was Choke. And it cost 2 energy. If I played a lot of cards, it could do a lot of damage, perhaps, I guess. But I don't think so. Finisher. Now that's another way to do a lot of damage, perhaps. But I don't have a bunch of cheap attacks. So I don't think that's it either. I'll just take another escape plan. Plus. Great card. You know, not exactly what I'm looking for, but it should help. Oh, you can I can re-roll boss rewards, I'm now realizing. That's powerful. Oh, yikes. I don't like these guys at all. I can't assassinate them effectively. I guess it's conceivable that I would want to well-laid plans this, and so I shouldn't just slam it. But I doubt it. Okay. So they're tagging me for what? 19. Okay. I have 7. So either Survivor or Dash gets me there. I want a well-laid plans. So I guess it's Survivor pitching 1 strike. Keep the other strike and the dash and play everything else. Who do I try to kill? You, right? Wow, that was a big neutralize. I guess I have the strength and he's vulnerable. Don't forget, I have 2 rocks. They only deal 9. Okay. I have a ton of energy. Let's see if this happens to kill the guy I'm aiming for. It does. Good. So I don't have to worry about this damage. I just have to play a defend or something. Looking like we're getting out of this just fine. How could it even matter what I do? It's very hard to imagine. So I don't have a ton of damage here, but it doesn't really matter, right? Let's just throw a rock at you. This actually wouldn't block enough. Let's not make that play. And dash is just lethal. Acrobatics is playable, but doesn't seem especially good. Let's keep looking. Another backflip plus for me, I guess. Okay, this is a tricky fight sometimes. Although, Assassinate Backstab does help a lot, I suspect. Like taking this guy out straight away. Oh, plus all the strength, jeez. 15 and 25 is 40? Okay. I accept. These two cards block if I don't play a strike. I guess I have a neutralize to reduce the damage a bit more. Whoops. Forgot about playing the expose. Oh. I'm blocked already somehow? Why? Tough Bandages! Oh, what a card. Great. So Deadly Poison is free. And I think we expose just to get him vulnerable next turn. And admit that I missed 2 damage on the neutralize attack. So, I mean, Piercing Wail seems like the play, right? I still need a small defend. Unless I can kill him? Oh. I could dash to deal 9, or I could defend plus pinpoint to deal 14. All of this is, of course, before... Oh, I can do both. I can do both. It's Candelabra time, baby. So this would kill him. No. Yes. Do I want that? I know I'm always talking about how it's fine to kill these guys kind of staggered, just to take off the pressure. But right at the moment, this guy's not putting on a lot of pressure. I could start getting a little damage in on this guy instead. Actually, and if I kill this guy, it makes my Piercing Wail look quite bad, doesn't it? I would have missed a strike here, basically. That's not to say I shouldn't do it, but it will mean I made a mistake. Also, I have a rock. Yeah, I think given that I have a rock, I should let this guy live and just admit I missed a little damage. Substantial. I mean, I missed a strike. 8 damage. Well, 6. I'm weak, but I'm strong. Song lyrics somewhere, I'm sure. This guy needs 8 damage dealt to him. It's getting a little scary in here. These guys are doing more damage than I would like. Let's see what we get out of this first. Okay, that's nice. You guys together are attacking me for 24. I could kill you, actually, pretty easily with a rock, right? Just need 8 damage, which is right here. Let this guy live longer, because he's not doing as much damage, and he's also poisoned. And then a backflip is pretty reasonable. Yeah, this looks fine. Is that so? Okay, we got some defense to draw, it looks like. And I think it's just... Well... No. I mean, I could not shuffle... I could not play the Adrenaline, so it shuffles in next turn. But, like, that can't be right. Let's play it and hope to actually do something this turn. Okay, we found a dash. I'll take it. Yeah, it must be said, I don't have, like, very sustainable damage. And I can kill this guy. These two don't have that much left, but they don't have nothing left. Maybe I shouldn't have well-laid plans. I bet I could have killed one of these guys, right? And now I can't. Yeah. Ugh. So it's only 5 damage. The fight is still looking okay, but not great, I guess I would say. Let's see. If I played both deadly poisons, I can pinpoint. Is that lethal? I think so. You are exactly dead. Yeah. Okay, so I think I only took 5 damage in that fight. Or maybe there was a couple damage earlier on, but I don't think so. And I only spent my rock. So overall, it was a good fight, but I didn't feel good about it. Double your block gained this turn. That is a powerful card. You don't want to pay 1 for it, though. You really want to upgrade it. And the question is, like, am I going to be spending an upgrade on that? I don't have a ton of upgrades, and there's a lot of cards I'd like to upgrade. I think. I mean, like Bouncing Flask, Adrenaline... To be honest, that's kind of it. Neutralize. So I might not be that big an imposition to take the Shadow Meld. Yeah, okay. That seems fine. And upgrade it immediately, I think. Okay, Crab. It's you and me, buddy. I guess I could be upgrading After Image now that I think of it, but... so... I don't actually know which crab you're supposed to focus. You want to end your turn facing the one attacking you, but I think killing this guy is probably better. because the rocket attacks are quite powerful. On the other hand, this guy's the one who gets multi-attacks sometimes, and so he benefits more from the strength gain from Crab Rage. So, like, I think you should focus one of them rather than trying to kill them both at the same time, same as the fight we just finished, to take off some of the pressure. You know, you get, like, less, quote, value than you do by killing them at the same time, which would, like, negate the Crab Rage buff. But in exchange, you get some number of turns where there's only one enemy, and even if it is a bit stronger, that's a lot better than two. Let's take that power potion, that's what we saved it for. And Venom, that's great. What the hell is Serpent Form? Huh. So does each character have two forms now? Like, Silent already has Wraith Form. Here's Serpent Form. It would make sense for everybody to have two. If one... Like, why would only one character have two forms? It just seems strange, right? I've seen a form for every character. Like, Defect has Echo Form, Ironclad has Demon Form, we have Wraith and Serpent, apparently. The Regent has, like, Void Form, maybe? Is what it's called? I forget what it does. Oh, it like makes your first two cards free. That's right. Binder has... There's like a Doom form. I think it's called Reaper form. That makes your attacks apply Doom equal to the damage dealt. Or maybe equal to the amount of attack. I forget. It's probably equal to the attack amounts. Like if they block it, you still Doom them. But I don't remember for sure. And so maybe there's another? Weird. I mean, 4 damage from every card is probably better than attacks dealing damage to apply poison. Because a lot of what I do is not attacks. We did not find After Image. It's a nice card to discard. So let's work on the theory of focusing this guy down. And actually, Survivor Untouchable is enough damage that I don't even have to turn around. It's a lot of cards. Looks like we played 10. Well, plus a couple powers, right? Actually, just Serpent Form. So... I believe that Power Potion has done 40 damage at this point, in case anybody's keeping track at home. Pretty strong, because I didn't discard anything without playing it. So these 10 cards here each represent one instance of that effect going off. Let's see what we get. Okay. 24, huh? I can't play all my cards, that's for sure. I don't have After Image. This is 20. I think I should play all of these. Oh, and then I block again from bandages. Great. So we're taking 1 here. Is 12 extra damage better than 2 extra poison? Yes? I think that's true no matter how many turns you're looking at. Okay, I think we may actually get this guy down before he even has a chance to rocket attack us. I don't need to Piercing Wail here, but I can't strike, and a defend is free. You're attacking for 18. I have that blocked. Let's make sure this guy is dead. Ah, if I do this now, you will get the buff immediately if I kill off your friend. So you would actually be then attacking for... Let's see, this must actually be 6 times 2, because I'm not facing you. So it would be 11 times 2, which would be 16 times 2, it would be 32. I mean, I would take 2 damage. I think I'd rather just do a little damage to you first, planning to finish this guy off before he can rocket attack. Because I think this guy doesn't even attack on that turn, right? He just powers up. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should have kept that, figuring I might draw... Well, I was certain to draw well-laid plans. That's true. You, I just need to strike. So let's get the well-laid plans into play. Yeah, I should not have played the Shadow Meld. That was an error. You get to keep your block this turn? What a hacker. Okay, it makes sense, right? This guy died during the enemy turn, so the block was applied during the enemy turn as if it were one of their actions. Yeah. How are we looking here? 12 versus 19? Can I afford a Bouncing Flask? Yeah, I can. Okay, seems like things are well in hand. I don't know. These? Could be Piercing Wail. He might have a multi-attack turn coming up. Yeah, I don't think I need Stab. He'll die eventually. No rush. Let's just make sure I'm doing great. Now I have a chance to actually keep this. I only have to block 11, though? Let's see. That T, by the way, well worth it. This relic was all used up. I guess I would have thought you'd say is all used up. Piercing Wail just, like, crushes you. You're still attacking for a decent amount, but it's pretty easy to block that. Actually, maybe I didn't even have to use that. I could have survived the untouchable. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to keep here. Probably these two. It's just like I'm unstoppable. The combat is over. Stop thinking about anything, basically, is the answer. That's lethal. Oh, you can press EE to say I don't want anything. That's nice. I didn't know that. I didn't even use my rock. Okay, of these, Malaise is the main one that's any good. Although, I mean, Murder has something going for it, right? I've said I need a way to end long fights, and, you know, in long fights, Murder does a lot of damage. What other rare cards am I looking at here? If I say I just want to know about silent rares, what could I get? Not much. I could get this, but I mean it costs 3. Still, that's another way to win, I guess. I mean, I guess another advantage of re-rolling is I get to see more cards I've never seen before, maybe. I mean, how much did I draw, like, in that combat? I shuffled my deck maybe at least once, maybe twice, probably not 3 times. So that's like attack 70 or something. It's good, but it's not great. Oh, this seems very bad. Echoing Slash. I mean, Echoing Slash is just a decent card, right? I don't have a good answer to AoE right now, to having lots of enemies to fight. And 10 to all of them is decent. And if you can actually get the trigger of repeating it, it's quite good. A lot of card games have had effects like this, right? Like in Magic the Gathering, you have Massacre Girl or Massacre Worm, which am I confused by Massacre Worm? I think Massacre Worm. No. Massacre Worm just shrinks things once and does damage to the opponent for each thing that dies. Massacre Girl has this effect that is like everything. It shrinks everything, and then if anything dies, it does that again, and then if anything dies, it does that again, and so on. And Hearthstone has Defile, which is like deal 1 damage to everything. If anything dies, go again. I mean, this seems a little bit hard to set up, but it's still like, 1 energy, deal 10 to everything. Okay, Doormaker. Is that good or bad for me? I don't know. I'm not looking forward to Test Subject, so I'm glad I don't have that at least. What do you got for me? Got any weapons, maybe? You may cook at rest sites? Huh. So this is like Toking, but way better? Toking as a boss relic, basically. Okay, cool. Peace Pipe was a relic in Slay the Spire 1 that said at rest sites you can remove a card from your deck. That's an option made available to you. You don't get to do anything else, just like you choose, instead of choosing Rest or Smith, you choose Rest, Smith, or Toke. And then there was like, there's Dig, and there's other things you could get. But this was one of the things that added an option at rest sites. This is pretty cool. To help you trim down a bit. And gaining 9 max HP also means healing 9. So, if you don't have that much smithing to do, or this could be better than smithing, to get all those strikes and defense out there, help you build an infinite or something. Gain energy at the start of turn, powers cost more. That's pretty solid as well. I have a couple powers, but not very many. And on a turn that you play a power, you're just breaking even with the energy refund, right? Why daggers unmighty? So this is like an energy relic with very little downside. That's probably what you're supposed to take. Warhammer. When you kill an elite, upgrade 4 random cards. Yeah, that seems by far the worst of these options in this situation. I could kill some elites. I'm sure I will. But, I don't know. It is a lot of upgrades. Maybe cooking is the worst. But I think it's... How do I get that map? Okay, it's really hard to argue with Spiked Gauntlets when you only have 2 powers in your deck, right? I guess Candelabra argues against it because turn 2 you have too much energy already, maybe. But I'd like more draw. I keep taking backflip pluses. Yeah, I'll take the gauntlets. I'd like to hit a shop late, but there aren't any late shops. I don't want to hit 2 in a row. That's a horrible path. So if you want a shop, it's got to be this one. Which means you're missing this elite, but maybe you can make that work. And just go like that. Still hit 2 of them. I think that's fine. Don't forget you have a rock. Let's see what's in here first. Okay, that's really interesting. I could kill this guy pretty easily if I wanted. That makes you stronger. But it's cutting down on a lot of this damage. I think that's fine. Let's give it a try. Oh, Akabeko. I was like, 23? Why do I have so much strength? I don't. I have vigor. That's 34 damage? Okay. I thought I could still play this. It's fine. So this guy just starts attacking for more if there's no one to shield anymore. Echoing Slash, yeah. Do we have lethal? I have 6 energy. So I could play 9, 19, plus 2 10s would be 29. So not without drawing. That's a nice card. Yeah, I mean, this looks over. Haze. Sly. Poison 6 to all enemies. Who's the boss right Doormaker? I remember that. Haze plus. My discard is very limited. It's basically just the one survivor still. I haven't taken any other cards that can discard. Not a single one. So I don't think that's very good. The others are clearly bad. Burst. That's a card. My skills are not necessarily amazing. And like doubling any one of them is not very good. But Burst plus doubling 2 skills is pretty strong. Plus, for what it's worth, if you burst a skill, you've played Burst and you've played that other skill twice, which makes this cost 0. So that's better. Like if I had like 2 backflips in a burst, for example. Backflip, this still costs 1, but burst backflip, this costs 0. So there is a slight difference there between just having like another copy of a skill. You know, burst adrenaline is cool as well, of course. Burst flask. Yeah, okay, sure. Hello. Make an attack corrupted. More damage, but lose 2 HP. Well, we could hit the backstab. Oh! Or echoing slash? Huh. How I think it would only make you lose 2 HP. Because it doesn't say, like, this card has replay. It's not replaying the whole card. It's just repeating the effect of dealing 10 to all enemies. And then after all of that has happened, you lose 2 HP, I think. So that could be interesting. Could help with large fights. I mean, just transforming a strike is certainly something reasonable you can always choose. The card you get might be completely useless is the problem. Yeah. I'd kind of like to see how this works. Just so I know in future. Right, it'll be really good if I draw into the Knights as my elite fight, for example. Okay. I'll just draw cards. That's fine. I did not find Expose, so I can't make them vulnerable before damaging them. I mean, I guess I could have. I don't think I have to lose 2 HP to win this fight. But just in case, you don't want things to get out of hand. I don't know, he has 14 poison. I'll be fine. Actually, strike is lethal. Blur plus. I mean, I don't actually generate that much excess block. It's a cool combo with Shadow Meld, I guess. And sometimes I do generate a lot of block. I just don't think it's all that good for me. Like, Blur is best when you can produce very spiky amounts of block, right? So, and you kind of can't control it. If you're generating block consistently every turn, you don't need Blur. But if you're generating like 0 block and then 50 block, you would like to Blur on the 50 turn if you can. And well-laid plans can help you arrange to have Blur timed at the right spot sometimes. But you don't necessarily want to use your well-laid plan slot hanging onto a Blur for just the right moment. So, all in all, I don't think I actually want any of this. I mean, 9 poison, yeah, it's something. I mean, maybe that's just good. The Doormaker, like, though, they reset their poison a number of times, right? When you have to keep fighting the door, and it always comes back to life fresh, so you have to restart the poison there. And I don't know. I have heard that the Doormaker resets his poison when he comes back, but I'm not totally sure about that. So I think I'm gonna reroll here. Flask plus or acrobatics. Those are both playable. I think I'll take the Flask plus. I don't know. Actually, acrobatics with bandages is maybe worth, right? It's at least block 3 and gets you to better cards. I'm not sure about this one. Okay, I think we're gonna burst the adrenaline, but may as well expose first. Get rid of all that block as well. Nice. He's probably just dead this turn. I mean, I haven't done the math, but it looks pretty good. I guess 191 is a lot, isn't it? Yeah, he's not dead at all, in fact. Oh, right. Powers cost 2. Very funny. I haven't even noticed because I just have so much energy. I can't really, like, keep this. Actually, attacking this guy just kind of sucks, right? So I guess I can just pitch Echoing Slash and then hang on to neutralize. For a turn when I can maybe get through his block. Whenever that should happen. Okay, he's not attacking. Very funny. Yeah, I was talking about killing him on turn 1. It's turn 4, and I haven't figured it out yet. 40? I've never gotten to this guy's big attack. I've always killed him first. Okay, can I afford after image? Probably not. Okay, let's draw first then. You got me. I'm taking one. Oh, two. I can't see. Gotcha for one. It really doesn't matter. Anything is lethal as long as I play this and block reasonably, right? I guess I didn't even have to block. I was just setting up for lethal next turn with the poison. These suck. Master Planner. So does this normally cost 2? I think it does, right? Which means it should cost 3 if I have it. I'm just not sure if it shows me the... Yeah, okay, so it would cost 3. I don't have very much discard. I don't think it's actually very good for me. Right, I took an acrobatics, but it's still just that acrobatics and my starting survivor. And, like, you could try to build towards it now, and this would be quite powerful. Like, a way to scale up, right? To, you know, starting with your second shuffle, get to play a number of cards for free when you slide them away. But I think the number of cards is just too low in my current deck. So this is a skip for me. I don't think the... Driftwood has worked out that well in this game. Like, I've done a couple rerolls, and I think I've taken a rerolled card once or twice, but mostly it's been like, reroll, still don't want it, or, yeah, this is fine, I don't need to reroll. Okay, I think Burst is the big one here. And I said I wanted to go to this shop. Yeah, that does seem true. First time you exhaust a skill, get it back. Okay. Gremlin Horn? Kind of cute for the door maker, because when you kill the door, it'll die, and you'll draw and get energy to keep fighting the real boss. I think that's fine. And I'm sure there are some fights on the way there it'll help with. Rainbow Ring. Yeah, they decided orange pellets was too strong. That makes sense. I've been wondering if I would ever run into orange pellets. Rainbow Ring, well, fits into a similar slot. So, orange pellets was a relic you could get that said the first time. Actually, it said, yeah, the first. I don't know if it was the first time each turn. I think you could trigger it multiple times per turn if you wanted. It was just like, if you play an attack, skill, and power, remove all your debuffs. And there were a lot of ways you could cheese this. Right? You could, like, take 2 flex potions or something, which says gain 5 strength until end of turn. Let's just use 1 as an example, not 2. It says gain 5 strength until end of turn, but the implementation is gain 5 strength, and then add a debuff that at end of turn removes 5 strength. And so if you triggered orange pellets, you would get the 5 strength, but you wouldn't ever lose it. So flex potion just lasted for the rest of the fight. And there were a number of other debuffs that you could cheat with that. In addition to dealing with the debuffs the bosses were actually throwing at you, there were a number you applied to yourself, kind of as a mechanical way to do something good. So this is, I mean, not the greatest relic for me, because I only have 2 powers and they're expensive. But, I mean, 1 strength and 1 dex is powerful. It's a way to scale, so it's sort of what I've been asking for, right? I just have to make sure on the turns I play powers that I try hard to play both an attack and a skill on that same turn. So, start by making him vulnerable. And I think we burst a backflip right away. Why? Do I really want more cards? Kind of. Yeah? Okay, there's After Image. So, if I... Yeah. So I've played skills, this is a power, and that's an attack. And I get to burst that, which, I mean, it would have been better to burst something more powerful, but... Turns out I'm blocking exactly. So, is it... One of the things I'm always confused about is how to think about poison damage over time. Like, this 3 poison. If the enemy isn't poisoned at all, which currently is true, then it will eventually deal 6 damage, right? So this is kind of 16 damage. And this is kind of 15 damage over 5 turns. So it's less, right? But, like, what if in the future I apply 10 poison or something? You could sort of think about this as adding 3 extra damage over, like, all 10 of those turns, because for as long as that guy's being poisoned, he'll be poisoned for 3 more than he would have been, and likewise with this, 5 more. But I think that's kind of silly. Like, I want someone to do that math for me, I guess. Because I think... Or explain it to me. Because I think you're basically also just... You're kind of counting some of the effect of the 10 poison as if it were actually effect of this poison. And I think this is just like... This is 16 damage quickly, and this is 15 damage slowly, so it's obviously better to do this. And you should just think of... If you make the simplifying assumption that all the poison will eventually be applied, then whether or not the enemy's already poisoned, the maximum damage poison can actually do is the amount of damage it would do if no other poison were ever applied. I think that's true and how I want to think about poison, but I'm not actually sure. And of course, this doesn't count things like poison doublers or anything else that cares about the enemy being poisoned. But I'm ignoring those for this consideration. Hello, where are all my cards? I found one, actually. This is a good one. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, just one energy block 16. Pretty good. Okay, not going to find my other power this turn, I guess. That's fine. Bonk. We are blocked. No real reason to play any of this, except I could do 24 damage. I probably should. None of these relics, none of these powers care about any of this. Except that After Image would generate more block, which I don't need. Oh, it actually does count. It doubles that block. Okay. Sadly, I don't have an attack to play this turn. Can't find one either. But it's obviously worth playing this anyway, right? Oh, did I play too many defends? I forgot all my blocking was being doubled. Maybe I could have squeezed out the deadly poison and saved a block, but I don't think so. So, like, suppose I had played the Deadly Poison 3 turns ago, instead of playing the Poison Stab. He would have taken 5, 4, 3, which is 12. And then he'd have 2 poison left. So you could think of that 2 poison as lengthening the effect of this poison, but I don't think that really makes any sense. I'm already on 12 block? Is that just dodge and roll? Really? Does Shadow Meld double next turn's block from... Because it says next turn gain 4 block. It doesn't gain 4 block this turn. And Shadow Meld says, double your block gain this turn. This says next turn gain 4. In a sense, you are this turn arranging to gain block that happens next turn, I guess is the argument. I don't quite agree with it, but I'll take it. Do I have to play any defense? Yeah, I mean, I need to do something. That'll do. Well, I'm not playing a lot of attacks. Let's double burst the Shadow Meld and an escape plan. Maybe doubling escape. Maybe doubling Shadow Meld was unnecessary. I probably could have saved the burst to try to double something else. Are dead. So Gremlin Horn has not done anything. My potion-shaped rocks have done nothing. Ooh. Festive Poppers. Hard to use combat, deal 9 to all. Sure. 3... They're calling them upgraded shivs. There's another place where they called them shivs plus. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I mean, prepared plus... But I don't have any Sly cards. I've been not taking them. Try again. Skip. Great. Don't I feel smart? Another card, please, I think. Actually, wait, what does this do? It's more energy? Yeah. That's pretty good. But I think I need cards more. Well, I don't need the gold. Right? And the debt could be a problem. Obviously, like, I don't care about losing the gold from debt, but I care about having a curse in my deck. So I'll just divine 3 times. And card rewards are 2 by 2. So if you, unless you start like, I guess actually if you use a big divination at all, you can't avoid risking hitting a curse. No matter where you go, you're always revealing a 2 by 2 somewhere. In the middle is the riskiest. You could hit, there's 4 different spots that 2 by 2s could be centered that would be a problem for you. But let's just see what we got. It's money, and I believe the box is 4 by 4, right? So you can't reveal it with just 3. Or wait, would this do it? Not if it's actually 4 by 4, because I can't get this corner and this corner. So let's go looking for something else, because I didn't take the big divination, or I didn't take the payment plan. That's a defect card. It's not a curse. Curses have gray or purple borders. So let's just grab that. Ship in a bottle, gain 10, then another 10. Okay. Apparently it's an uncommon. Now, another well-laid plans is kind of exciting. Tactician Plus, I mean, would be really neat if I hit it, but I usually won't. Because another power is also another possible trigger of Rainbow Ring, in addition to like being able to hold on to more cards. Upgraded shivs. I mean, are these good? All of these are sort of... I mean, I guess, like, weak... I'm actually very bad at applying weak. I pretty much only have my neutralize. So I think keeping this is pretty reasonable. Let's pitch the vulnerable. The sphere must rest now. Okay, so this is a fight where we could benefit from Gremlin Horn. And also, conceivably, could see how this works, although it seems unlikely. Well, I'm not going to need to double my block, because I don't need any block at all this turn. So let's just work on you, I guess. I guess I should have drawn first. There's a well-laid plans. Yeah, definitely should have drawn first, because now I get to strength up. And this would not kill either of them. But I think it's a sizable enough chunk of damage to be worth doing. I guess I could have hung on to it as a finisher, and then really seen how it works. But I want to hang on to good cards, right? Like, I just can't be killed if I do this. I guess draw first. The hardest part about well-laid plans is remembering how many cards you're allowed to keep. I know it shows you on the screen, but like, who reads that, right? Oh well. Mission accomplished. Finisher plus. Am I now playing enough attacks for that to be good? I don't think so. Sometimes I get lucky and play like 4, which would make this fine. But often I don't. And it's still not even that great. Ugh. What is wrong with me? This is bad stuff. I mean, I could take a blur. It wasn't... When was I offered blur? I don't remember. I was offered blur plus. I think I must have taken something else. Surely I didn't just skip. I mean, it's... Maybe I did. It doesn't seem all that good, but I guess, especially with all the extra decks I'm getting, I do sometimes have a lot of excess block, maybe? Okay, now I can well-laid plans. Burst. Adrenaline. And I guess burst this? Double your block gain this turn 2 times. So it doesn't... So there's 2 ways that... Almost every effect in Slay the Spire that applies as a buff or a debuff, you just get 1 slot for a single number on your character, right? Like, you can have 1 Shadow Meld, or you can have 2 Shadow Meld. There's not really a concept of like, oh, have a Shadow Meld and a separate instance of Shadow Meld. The bomb is an exception to this. There might be others, but there are not very many. And so cards kind of have to decide, like, what does it mean to have multiple stacks of this thing? For something like poison, it means you take damage equal to the number of stacks you have, right? And it decreases by 1. For stuff like weak, it means it lasts that many turns. It doesn't get stronger. For a single turn. It's not like you're weak, 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 weak. You're just weak longer. I thought Shadow Meld would be the same way, but apparently it's more like, well, I don't know about poison, but like plus or minus strength, right? This actually multiplies your block by 4? Kind of wild? Okay. So bursting that was probably not that great a plan. I don't know. I didn't have enough. Maybe what I should have done is played some attacks and then bursted the other backflip, probably. Yeah. I don't think I care about my cards being ethereal. I do care about them not being upgraded. With that out of the way, let's work on the guy with less HP. It's not a big difference. Let's work on the guy who does the most damage. I do think I don't care about my cards being ethereal. Oh, nice draws. I get to retain cards? I forgot I played that power. I knew I played a power. I guess it was that one. Wouldn't it be nice to have played Blur? Yeah, so it does double. It doubles the dodge and roll. I'm a little surprised. Even though I've already seen it happen once, I thought I might have misunderstood. None of this is Sly, huh? I don't know. Defend. My cards are ethereal. I don't get to keep any of them. Okay, I do care a little bit. Not that I don't get to keep them in my deck. That I don't care about. I don't get to keep them in my hand, which I would if, because of well-laid plans. Oh, so I know this will be on top when I shuffle. I sort of forgot about that. I could still play well-laid plans for, strength and dex? Is that good? Probably not. It's like 2 energy, gain a strength and a dex. It's not very good. Let's, I don't know, just play a card. I'd like to get you poisoned and work on killing you. I don't have Blur up, right? So it doesn't really matter. I guess I want this defend to be exhausted. We get to do it. We get to find out. Am I going to lose 2 HP or 4? I'm at 61. It's wrong to play this. because it costs me HP that I clearly don't need to lose, but I want to know how it works. It is indeed only once. Good. That's what I predicted. No. More acrobatics, maybe? Sure. So, I have the pillow, which doesn't matter here. I don't have anything else that cares about me resting, right? Yeah. So, is there something I can smith that I think will be worth more than 11 HP? That's the real question. Like, probably. Just acrobatics. Just one card draw could easily be the difference. Maybe it's finally neutralize. Get a little bit more weak in there. Because those guys attack for a lot sometimes. Yeah, I think so. Okay, I don't have a power. I don't have much draw either. Fine. Kind of a weak starting turn, but oh, I guess I missed the chance to expose him before doing that. I think I probably just don't want to expose. I want to keep this in because 2 vulnerable is something I can't get access to ever again if I spend this. Can gain 11 more block. That seems good enough. Piercing Whale is pretty good. Attack? Thank you. That was a skill. After image first. How are we looking? Do I have to actually play Piercing Whale? 8. No, I don't. Take 3 to get some more poison in there? I don't think so. Strike is actually my... No, I have neutralize for attack. Good. And I double bursted, or I double blurred with the burst, so this will carry over block for multiple turns. That's important. Potentially important anyway. Okay, that's all the strength and dex I'm getting out of my powers. Right? I don't have any left. Correct. So, pass. I have 4 retain, and I don't need to play any of this. It would be nice if I could burst the Bouncing Flask on the Doormaker himself rather than his lackey. So maybe I try to keep those cards in hand and play other stuff this turn. Oh, actually, this to kill you is very appealing. Is this actually going to get to hit the Doormaker? I think it should, right? Maybe, I don't know. It does. Okay. Oh, I thought I would have enough energy to play another card, but I don't. Whoops. Okay. Like that. Is Burst still this turn? Yes, it is. Okay. It just occurred to me, you could, if it isn't, you could carry a burst effect over between turns, and that could be something useful to do, but it looks like not. Well, I think we want to do this and this. This is actually a pretty stupid turn. I didn't really do anything. Kind of overblocked. I have blur, so it's fine, though. And he only attacks for like 40. 30 because he's weak. So I'm covered here already. Very funny. Just play 2 strikes? Oh, that feels terrible. But I don't think backflipping is really going to do much better. Yeah, these cards all suck. And now, like, okay, yeah, now I have to draw them next turn, but I can just acrobatics them away. It's fine. So, let's see. I'm going to draw 5 cards. So if I play acrobatics, I'll draw 4, so it's netting plus 3. So I actually don't... If I keep 3 cards, acrobatics... Oh, this isn't plus, this is normal acrobatics. So with normal acrobatics, drawing 3 gets you the maximum of the way through your deck. So I can keep 3 cards to start the turn with 8, then play this and go down to 7. Yeah. So it would be a mistake to keep another card, I think. I mean, I don't know. Because there's nothing else I want to play. I don't know. There's the other acrobatics. But I can dodge and roll and then play the good acrobatics instead of doing that other stuff. Yeah. This is kind of overdoing it. Actually, this is maybe a better card to hang on to. Okay, this covers me pretty well. Just slow and steady. Be patient. Make sure there's no gaps in your armor. I don't really need to play the Shadow Meld. I can just Survivor or something. Or Acrobatics the Untouchable, maybe? Actually, he's attacking for more than I thought. Maybe I should have... No, I'm good. 36. I'll just play a Defend. Should be a burst. Yeah, there is. Okay. So, bursting this blur is a valuable target to aim for. But I also want to burst the Bouncing Flask. Okay, I cannot do both. Okay. I think this turn we just block and hang on to the combo pieces. And get in a little poison. Oh, I should have kept Shadow Meld, not Survivor. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh. Horrible play. Like, I'll be fine, but it's not the right play. Pen Nip? 7. There's some argument to hang on to this. So I can pen Nib it more effectively. Right, like strike into pinpoint. Or dash into pinpoint even. No, I'll just pinpoint now, and then I can dash with Pen Nib is almost as good. I don't even remember if I put poison on the Doormaker, so I won't know when he comes back with 0 poison whether he like cleansed it or what. Okay, I still have Blur up, so and Pen Nib is on 9. We want to dash here. Maybe I should have not done that. Because I want to be able to get some attacks in on the Doormaker, but I won't now. He's just going to come out and die. I have Blur still, though, so I should produce as much block as I can this turn. Okay, he still has poison, so yeah, this should be fine. I mean, my damage is pretty lackluster. You can see we only got through a quarter of his health, and it took like 5 more turns to kill the door again. But it's going fine. Ish. Just throw throw all the poison, right? Like, I feel better about this deck than I did about the last Silent deck, where we were just, like, footworking and poisoning all over them, and it seemed, like, totally untouchable until we died at the end, because we didn't have much control over the deck. I guess just strike. Oh, I didn't realize he was stunned last turn. I thought he wouldn't be stunned if... I thought if the enemy died of poison on their turn, you wouldn't get the benefit of the stun on the next turn, but then we did. So it turns out, like, generating extra block while I had Blur Up wasn't actually important. Expose could be something, but I don't really have any attacks yet, so... Maybe I should have used the Shadow Meld in here somehow? Yeah, he comes back with more strength, it seems. Okay, so now we can at least do some things. Double up block. And I hope to burst something actually useful, and a damage card. Okay. I need to play one more card to make sure Acrobatics doesn't overdraw. And I think I want to play a Defend. I don't think I'm going to play 15 cards. Oh, although I have Shadow Meld, so I only have to play 8 cards to full block. So I could maybe not defend. Let's defend. Pretty useless burst. Oh, I get the discard from that. True. Well, I guess it's just burst the deadly poison. Kind of sad. Oh yeah, and with neutralize, I actually yeah. It was wrong to play a defend first. I could have afforded a strike, for example. I'm not sure if I knew that. Well, I didn't. I'm not sure if I should have known it. Let's keep a strike. Need all the damage I can get. Because it's a slow deck. The enemies will eventually scale. A little, at least. I'd really like to Bouncing Flask you here. Which I guess means I might need my ship in a bottle? It's only 4 damage. It's only 2 damage. That's 42, bro. That's not a polite amount. Okay, fine. You will finally be made vulnerable. Take that. What do you know? It was an escape plan on top. $34, $44, and a blur. Right? Or is it dodge and roll? No, this overblocks by enough that it's worth more than a dodge and roll is. I feel like I've been here for longer than I spent in Act 3 on all the other fights. It's just a lot of HP to get through if you can't do it quickly enough. Alright, the slower you are, the more HP you have to deal with. 22. I mean, I still think we'll get there. But it requires a lot of work. I have to make sure I'm not leaving myself open. I know I have a bunch of potions. That's fine. No rush on those. I'd like to have Shadow Meld on a blur turn if I can. But I guess playing it now makes it easy to Bouncing Flask. Not, well, blur, yeah, blur is what I meant, not burst. I want to burst the Bouncing Flask. So I don't want to play it yet, I think. Oh, accidentally got Pen Nib right. Good work. God, Calipers would go crazy here. Also, I probably should have kept Piercing Wail. No, I can just kill this guy. Right. 13. I just need to do 8. Nope. 19 damage. Double Bouncing Flask would do it, but it would be quite a waste. Could be time for a Cunning Potion. No, there's a Deadly on top. I'll just draw that. And then pass. Oh, Gremlin Horn, sure. Oh my gosh, he's actually climbing out of the door. Okay. Do I want to burst Bouncing Flask, or should I draw first? Or do something? I mean, what else could I double? Not much, right? Blur, I guess. Okay. That's a big help. Okay, get blurred on, dummy. Now the poison on this guy is really adding up. Yeah, this all doesn't even matter. And we got him. He's dead next turn. Okay, mission accomplished. Didn't use any of my potions. That's fine. They were there if I needed them, and I would have used them if I had, but I didn't. Oh, alright. Hiya! Get pen nib shivved. Okay. Well, a solid run, I guess. It doesn't... I mean, I don't know. It has a couple of... Honestly, this Rainbow Ring was a big hero, right? 3 strength and 3 dex in that final fight was crazy. It helped a lot. Oh, my first time not being taken to the unlock screen, so I didn't unlock anything. Okay. Well, that's another character on to Ascension 3. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.